very first angler from Alabama. Get loud for Bill Weidler. Bill has had an incredibly consistent tournament, but it looks like he might have had his biggest day on semifinal Saturday, looking for 7:14 to take the lead. 17 pounds, 13 ounces. And a brand new leader with 47 pounds and 2 ounces. Georgia, get loud for Elite Series Pro from Alabama, Bill Weidler. $47 pounds, 2 ounces leading this deal, and that was all the good stuff. Now you got about 30 or 40 minutes of waiting to make sure you stay in that top 10, but no matter what way this shakes out, you've had an incredible tournament, great tournament up to now, and your biggest day on day number 3. Is that, tell me if you stick around here, you got a thing planned for tomorrow?
Yeah, when we talked the first day, I told you I stumbled a little bit, and then I just wanted to be consistent, and I was, and today they showed up a little bit better. I still haven't seen what's out there yet, but if I make it, I'm going to go get them, man. I mean, I've been consistent. My weights have been going. If I can get out there tomorrow, I'm hunting 20, baby.
I want to see it. You guys want to see a 20-pound bag of spots? He's a 2-time FLW Tour champion, hot of his first Elite Series top 10 from Alabama, Scott Canterbury. Scott Canterbury trying to make back-to-back 10 cuts here on the Elite Series. Started the day with 29 pounds, 8 ounces, looking for 17-11 for the lead. 15-15, he moves into second place with 45 pounds and 7 ounces. Digging deep in that Berkeley weigh-in bag. You know how this works, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bassmaster, Big Bass, big stage, and big dreams. And Scott Canterbury is truly living proof of that. 45 pounds and 7 ounces. And boy, you might have to work on Sunday again.
Well, it would be nice to do that. The fishing out here is pretty phenomenal. I'm not getting a whole lot of bites. Coming into it, I pretty much knew I wasn't on any fish to win this thing because this lake is phenomenal. But I've had a good time, had a blast. I love seeing these crowds. This is unbelievable, So hopefully I can go out there tomorrow if I make it. I don't know if I'll make it or not. I mean, I only had 2 fish at like noon today. So, I mean, it tells you I'm not getting many bites at all. But I did fish for bigger ones today, stayed out deep a long time this morning. And, if I made it, I'd do it again tomorrow and see where it goes.
You brought up a great point. We've heard a lot of stories about, anglers saying I had 2 fish or 1 fish, with just a couple hours left. It's such a fine line between success and failure this week, isn't it?
It is. It really is. It's not easy to get a bite, and the weights are really good. And I said that going into it, the weights were going to be good. We fished here before, and I knew the weights would be good because the quality of fish, the lake is so healthy that the quality of the fish is really good. You just don't get many bites. I mean, I had some days in practice where I only had 3 or 4 bites. So, I mean, but, I've sort of put it together a little bit each day. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. I'd love to go fishing again tomorrow. I like catching those fish on that 8-pound line. I like, stretching that line out. But this is pretty awesome, like I said, Hey, everybody, y'all make a big investment in your homes and your cars. Go get yourself some Quaker State oil and change your oil and keep those engines running a long time.
For sure. We hope you're sticking around tomorrow. From North Carolina, back on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Let me hear it for Shane Lineberger. $29 pounds, 11 ounces. Let's get Shane Lineberger inside that top 10 with 14 pounds, 13 ounces. He moves into 3rd place currently. Get loud for Mercury Pro, Shane Lineberger. 44 pounds, 8 ounces, sitting in 3rd place, and you might be going to work on Sunday. We'll see how it all works out.
Oh, man, I tell you, it'd be awesome to get to go tomorrow. I mean, I kind of doubted. I figured it was going to take 45 pounds, and that puts me just a touch short. But, I mean, you know, still, I mean, hey, it's a great crowd out here. Appreciate everybody coming, supporting Bass, supporting all the fishermen. Thank you. It means a lot to us. You just don't know.
Been fun having you here this week, but I want you to stay till Sunday. If you get the opportunity, you got a few fish left?
You know, man, if people ask that. Tommy Sanders asked me that today on live. You know, I have fished by the seat of my pants every day. The first day I caught them jerking. Yesterday I caught them on a Ned rig. Today I caught them cranking. So, I mean, I'm just adjusting with the conditions. I mean, you know, that's what we do. I mean, you just have to be able to do that to compete out here. If you do one thing, these guys are going to blow past you, and you're going to sit there like, what just happened to me?
You're adapting with the fish, and that's a true sign of a pro.
Yeah. I'd just like to thank all my sponsors, Champion Power Equipment, Bass Pro Shop, Nitro Boats, Mercury, High Booster Hooks, Reaction Innovations. Just if I forgot anybody, I'm sorry. Hopefully, I'll get to go through the whole list tomorrow.
Well, we'll find out at the end of the way, and we'll bring out our top 10. But now it's time for a 6-time Classic qualifier, a former TTBC champion from Asheville, Alabama, Matt Heron. Matt Heron had 29 pounds even at the start of today. 5 fish to add to that here today. 14 pounds, 8 ounces, gives him 43 pounds, 8 ounces. And Matt Heron moves into 4th place currently. Let's hear it for Skeeter Yamaha Pro, Matt Heron. $43 pounds, 8 ounces, sitting in 4th place, and might just sneak inside that top 10.
Man, I'd love to. You know, I love fishing anywhere there's spotted bass, and this place is kind of like home. I've been having to wing it all week long, running by the seat of my pants. These fish are moving a whole lot, and it is just, you know, the deeper fish are more consistent, but these shallow fish right now are set up on some transitions, and you just got to turn your brain off, look at that Lake Master and those hummingbirds, and I can call my shot when I see it on it. It's just, you know, getting the quality bites. But this place is great. Fans are great, and I hope I get a chance to go tomorrow.
I'd love to see you out there. We'll find out at the end of our weigh-in. Let's bring out our next angler. Went out this morning in the lead for Toyota, our Dick's Sporting Goods Rookie of the Year and Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year from South Carolina, Patrick Walters. A lot of anglers say they're not thinking of Angler of the Year. He is not one of them. Thinking about it from the very start. 13-13 gives him 42 pounds and 6 ounces. Let's hear it for Patrick Walters, trying to make his second 10-cut in a row here on the Bassmaster Elite Series. $42 pounds and 6 ounces, and 13-13 today, trying to prove that that's not an unlucky number, and I hope it's not, and I hope you get inside that top 10.
I don't see it happening. There's a lot of people, everybody's got the same weight out there. You know, everybody's got, I'm going to say 11 to 14 pounds today. This lake is chock full of spots, I tell you. Everybody's going to have the 12-pound mark today. You know, I'm happy with what I caught. I did what I want to do. My goal this week was just to make the top 35 cuts. You know, I'm always shooting for the top 10, but happy I saved some points, and I'm telling you, man, I'm pretty tired, and I can't thank you guys enough in this great crowd. It's been 2 wonderful weeks, and I couldn't ask for anything better. You know, I'd like to give all my sponsors a big shout-out. I'm telling you, I ran that Falcon bass boat from the dam to up the river to the other river today. Yamaha Outboards, Phantom Outdoors, Rapala, VMC. I'm telling you, I threw a DT6 all day. I weighed in 15 fish this week, and I'm going to say just one of them didn't come on the DT6. It's a bad thing. If you're fishing on this lake in the pre-spawn, you better be throwing that crankbait.
Works pretty good, but don't go anywhere yet. You're going to get our weekly bonus, Dick's Sporting Goods Rookie of the Year weekly bonus. A $500 weekly bonus, and if he stays there at the end of the year, $10,000 goes to our rookie. Let's keep him rolling through. Our next angler from Texas. Get loud for Brad Watley. $28 pounds, 11 ounces. It's like a good day at the office for Brad Watley, looking for 18-8 to take the lead. 13-12 gives him 42 pounds and 7 ounces. And Brad Watley moves into 5th place currently. Let's hear it for Elite Series, first season here. Elite Series rookie, Brad Watley. 42 pounds and 7 ounces, and went to work this week. A great week, no matter what way it works out, but I know you want to extend it a day here.
Yeah, you know, I just never got that big bite today. I really tried. I did a lot of running around trying to get a big bite, and it just never happened. But I caught most of my fish this week on a little swim bait and a 6-inch jerk bait with the nollie rods. And guys, this lake is full of fish. I mean, full of fish. Y'all got a great fishery here. It's awesome. Take care of it, please. It's an awesome place. I just want to thank my sponsors. I want to thank Quality Building, Plenum, and Welborn Diesel, and everybody else that's helped me get here. Thank y'all.
Awesome having you here. Let's bring out the reigning Forest Wood Cup champion from Alabama, Clint Davis. Clint Davis, the reigning Forest Wood Cup champion, had 30 pounds and 14 ounces, an incredibly short song. 14 pounds and 11 ounces to add to that. He's got 45 pounds and 9 ounces. And he moves into second place. $14.11 gives you 45 pounds, 9 ounces. We're 7 anglers into this way, and you might be sticking around to Sunday, and I know you wouldn't be upset about that, would you?
No, you know, I'd love to go out there and catch a couple more in about 40 foot tomorrow. Today was my best day all week. The weight doesn't show, but I caught a lot more fish today than, you know, probably combined the last 2 days. So, yeah, I'd like to go tomorrow. Anybody can catch 18, 20-pound bag and maybe win.
You said you caught more fish today than you have the last 2 days. Was that because you changed, or do you think the conditions are just lining up for the bite you're on?
You know, I ran a whole lot of new water, and I mean, that's why. So we got a lot more to run tomorrow if I get to go.
Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll find out at the end of this weigh-in. Before we bring out our next angler, you guys know how this works. Who's ever watched Bassmaster TV on television, ever? 7 of you. Awesome. What are you doing here? No, we are going to show the world that this is a great place to come. And you see all these ESPN2 cameras around here. I need you guys to go absolutely crazy for 30 seconds. You think you can do it? All right, 1, 2, 3. Keep that noise rolling, because our next angler is from Georgia. Get loud for Micah Frazier. Georgia crowd representing, and a Georgia angler with 28 pounds even at the start of the day. Micah Frazier's got 5 fish for 14.15, and he moves into 42nd place, or he moves into 6th place with 42 pounds and 15 ounces. I screw up once in a while. Get loud for Georgia's own Micah Frazier. I almost put you in 47th place, but the good news is the computer's right and I'm wrong. You're in 6th. And Georgia, you want him to stick around for another day?
I'd really like to make it, but I don't think it'll be enough. But, man, this lake is awesome. I don't fish here enough. You know, I live on the other side of the city, and I got to drive through that rush hour traffic to get up here. But I may have to come up here a little bit more, man. These spots are so much fun to catch. I caught a lot of my fish this week on a Yum 3.5-inch pulse swim bait. And you just put it on a little ball head, swim bait head, and, I mean, you can throw it anywhere and catch fish on it. It's a lot of fun. So y'all get out there and try that and take care of this fishery because it's pretty special.
It's great to have you on the Elite Series, but, I mean, being able to fish in your home state here, you got a Coca-Cola wrapped boat you roll out in every day, obviously located here. Any more pressure on this one?
Man, not really. My mind has not been on fishing here lately. We had a baby in November, and so I've just been kind of taking care of the house around, you know, all that stuff. But I came up here a little bit and scouted around a little bit, and you know, I had to scrap everything that I thought I was going to do this week and just go fishing, and ended up catching them a lot shallower than I ever wanted to. You know, I really like getting out in those ditches and those deep points and dropping on them and all that. But I caught a lot of fish on boat docks and just running points this week, and it's
I mean, the lake is so awesome. You can catch them doing whatever you want to do. You can catch big spots, and there's big largemouth up the river. So it's just a special lake.
It's awesome to have you here, and we hope you stick around for another day. We'll find out. Our next angler from Benton, Arkansas. Get loud for Stetson Blalock. 32 pounds and 7 ounces at the start of the day today. He's got 5 fish to add to that here. Looking for 14-12 to take the lead. 14 pounds, 3 ounces. Just 9 ounces short of the overall lead. But Stetson Blalock may be hanging out with us on Championship Sunday at the Toyota Bassmaster Elite at Lake Lanier. Sitting in second place here. We're just about 10 anglers into this weigh-in, so pretty good shot. You might be sticking around.
Man, I would love to. Today did not go as planned. You know, I was on live all day today, and I really thought I was going to get an opportunity at some big ones, and had several big bites yesterday and never did have a big bite today. So, you know, it's changing daily out there, and I'm going to have to regroup and totally change what I've been doing, I think, to catch a big enough bag. If I get to fish, there's only one spot I want, and that's number 1. So I'm going to have to go try to catch some big ones. But the good Lord really blessed me this week just to make this, you know, the first cut. And, boy, I really want to get another chance to go back out there. Awesome crowd, too, by the way. Thank y'all for coming out.
Thank you. We'll keep our fingers crossed and find at the end of the weigh-in. Our next angler, his first season on the Bassmaster Elite Series, a Lake Fork legend from Texas, Lineberger. 29 pounds and 9 ounces as of this morning. 5 fish to add to that. 14 pounds and 9 ounces. He moves into 6th place with 44 pounds and 2 ounces. Get loud for Lineberger. 44 pounds and 2 ounces, and Lineberger moves into 6th place, and be pretty cool to make top 10 back-to-back top 10s in your first 2 Elite Series events.
Yeah, that'd be real cool, but there's a bunch of guys behind stage with some bags, so it's going to be close.
Could you not convince them not to come up here?
I just talked to Keith Combs. He thought about it, but I don't think he's going to.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd back down, but it says a lot about you as an angler. You know, a lot of people talked about you coming into this, obviously. We go to Lake Fork. A lot of people brought you up there, but you reminded everybody that you're more than just a Lake Fork stick, and caught them in Florida and here, and that's great to see.
Oh, yeah, I'll probably get last place at Fork, I'm sure, so better make our money here and in Florida.
The fish gods don't listen to what we have to say, that's for sure.
Oh, no, not at all. I want to thank all y'all for coming out. Great crowd, man. I appreciate it. Really good crowd here. Everybody's really nice in Georgia, man. I appreciate everything. Appreciate all my sponsors, whether I make the top 10 or not. Man, I just want to thank everybody for watching on Bassmaster.com and all my social media outlets. I appreciate everything. And Bass is putting on a show this year, man. It's great. I can't wait to get to the next one, guys. Thanks.
We will see you there. From one Texas pro to another, a 3-time TTBC champion, a 2-time Elite Series champion from Huntington, Texas, Keith Combs. 33 pounds and 5 ounces as of this morning. Watch the scales. He needs 13-14 to take the lead. 16 pounds and 5 ounces. 16.5, and Keith Combs with 49 pounds, 10 ounces is your brand new leader. Boom, shakalaka, giant bass. Keith Combs with 49 pounds and 10 ounces, and a couple of Lake Fork guys rolling up here saying, you know a thing or two about spot fishing. This tournament has worked out good for you.
Man, I don't know anything about spotted bass fishing, but I'm learning as I go. It's, you know, Lanier's an incredible lake. This is an awesome crowd. Thank y'all for coming out and watching us weigh these fish. But, no, I am learning as I go. You know, we don't get an opportunity to come fish this caliber of lake with these spots. And, you know, even fish a lake that's got blueback herring, which really changes everything. And, you know, I've had to adjust. I had a good practice and have caught very few fish fishing the technique that I caught them on in practice. So I had to adjust. Today was a grind. I mean, a grind. I had one fish at noon, put up on a spot, caught 3, and caught that big one. Moved and caught one more fish. So I guess I had 6 keepers on a day. It's not easy. The weights look great, but it's just not easy out there.
With as much as these fish are moving right now, could this be one of those tournaments where lack of knowledge was an advantage? And what I mean by that is certain guys that are spot specialists get locked into doing just one thing. But I'm hearing everybody across the stage that said they threw something different every day.
Well, if I win, it's definitely going to be that case. I guarantee you that. But, I'm just going with the flow. I think we have some weather tomorrow. And, that's what we had in practice. It just seems like these fish are so sensitive to whether you have sun or you have clouds or something like that, way more than a largemouth or a smallmouth is. Because, I had a phenomenal practice when we had the clouds and we had the fog and the wind and stuff. Today we had the wind, but we had sun, and it was like I was on a totally different lake. But, I'm going to give it my best. It's going to be exciting. The weights are going to be close, and it's going to come down to the wire. You don't want to miss this one tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to seeing it myself, and we'll see you as part of it. His first season on the Bassmaster Elite Series, all the way from Michigan. Get loud for Garrett Paquette. 30 pounds and 6 ounces to start the day. 30 pounds and 6 ounces as of this morning. 2 fish to add to that here today for 4 pounds, 14 ounces. Not the semifinal Saturday performance you were hoping for, but, you make it here to Saturday, you did something right.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's always easier when you're getting a paycheck. But you know what's worse than catching 2 bass on the best spotted bass lake in the world?
What?
Doing it on Bassmaster live in front of the world. That was tough, guys. But, I came down here in December, my first time ever, and I told all my friends and family, if I ever left Michigan, which would be tough, I'd come down here. I absolutely love it. I love the people. I love the atmosphere. The lake's just amazing. I mean, you guys have something really special here, so please take care of it. Thank you.
Awesome to have you here, and we look forward to seeing you all year long. A former Classic qualifier, he's actually weighed in the 5 biggest bass in Bassmaster Classic history, Paul Muller. Oh, boy. Started today with 34.15, needs 14.12, 15 pounds, 9 ounces. And the former Bass Nation national champion is your brand new leader with 50 pounds and 8 ounces. $50 pounds, 8 ounces. You are leading this deal, and 5 bass away from your first Elite Series title. And how special would that be for you?
Well, we got a long day tomorrow. I'm not even going to think about that yet.
It's actually no longer. It's the exact same length as the first 3 days. Just want to point that out.
Well, you come out here when it's 46 and dump it 2 inches of rain. You tell me how long of a day it is, but. It's gonna be a dogfight. It's gonna be anybody's game. I feel like I could have done better today. You get windows of opportunities on this lake, and I didn't capitalize fully. But the good thing is, I got a game plan for tomorrow. I've been adjusting each day. The Garmin Panoptics has been huge for me, and what it is too is like. About midway through the day, they just stopped biting, or they were just biting weird. I lost about 5 in a row. But I seen a school of fish, and I have another school of fish, and I have a school of fish I haven't went to. And you know what? They could move, or they could stay. But we're going to give it our all, and I just thank God that I'm in the position I'm in, and we'll see what happens.
It doesn't seem like hearing you explain it, you have more schools of fish than I actually attended schools in my life. Not so bad.
They move, though, man. I mean, this lake is a very challenging lake, and they don't always want to bite. So who knows what they're going to do tomorrow, because they didn't bite that good today. Thankfully, I got onto a flurry of them, and I got off to a good start. And I think that's really important, and it's been the goal all week, 17 a day. I came a little short of that. Tomorrow's going to be, the goal is to catch 17, 18, whatever, We're going to give it our all, and I'll tell you one thing. This lake is an awesome lake. We fish a lot of good fisheries. This is in my top 5. I don't want to say it's my favorite because I would do injustice to other lakes, but this is a great lake. Best spotted bass fishery on the East Coast, hands down.
And if he wins tomorrow, it might be his favorite. Who knows? From Del Rio, Texas, get loud for Ray Hanselman Jr. Ray Hanselman with 27 pounds, 12 ounces to start the day. 5 fish to add to that here today. 5 fish on semifinal Saturday here at the Toyota Bassmaster Elite. 13-14. He moves into 13th place with 41 pounds and 10 ounces. Let's celebrate another semifinal Saturday appearance by Ray Hanselman Jr. $41 pounds, 10 ounces, unfortunately just outside of the top 10 and 13th, but you got to be happy with this tournament.
Yeah, I am. You know, it's always good to make the third day. You know, yesterday I kind of stumbled a little bit, only had 11 and a half pounds or something. But, hey, you know, fishing day 3, that's kind of one of your starting goals, you know, and then his next one is the fish day 4. But, you know, we're going to try it harder on the next one. But this lake out here, guys, this is one of the best spotted bass fisheries in the country. I mean, I've caught some, you know, at Texoma and other places, but this one here is phenomenal. I've probably caught 20 of the biggest spotted bass I've ever caught in my life. And y'all need to be out there. I mean, it's a fun lake. But, hey, how about y'all liking that little West Texas culture music I brought with me?
Look forward to seeing you at the next event. Let's keep them rolling from Florida. Get loud for Elite Series rookie Drew Cooke. $29 pounds, 14 ounces to start the day. He's had a good day. His biggest day of the tournament, I believe. 5 fish, 15 pounds, 6 ounces. With 45 pounds and 4 ounces, Drew Cooke moves in to 7th place currently. If you watch Bassmaster Live, you'll understand what I'm doing here. I'm going to interview Drew. Drew's a little under the weather.
Yeah, I've been sick for about 2 weeks thanks to Ronnie Moore.
It's Ronnie Moore's fault.
It is 100% Ronnie Moore's fault, and I'm not going to let him live it down.
All right.
I'm ready to fish one of these things not sick, honestly.
You've been sick at all of them?
I've been sick at every Elite Series tournament I've ever fished.
The last 2 weeks.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks. No, I had a good day today. I caught quite a few fish. The size wasn't quite there, and I told my cameraman right before we had to go up the river, it was 1 bite away, and I had 46 seconds left, and I was about a quarter mile from the boat ramp, and I made 1 cast. It was the biggest fish I've caught all week, and hopefully that was enough to do it for me, but I sure would like to fish tomorrow.
I'd like you to be here. Yeah. Hey, you want a towel? There you go. You take that free of charge. I'll give you one again tomorrow if you make it. From Lake Watley, South Carolina, get loud for Todd Hockney. 28 pounds and 15 ounces to start the day. Todd Hockney's got 5 fish, looking for 14.9 to get in the cut. 17 pounds, 5 ounces. Not a problem. He moves all the way up to 5th place. And Todd Hockney may be hanging with us on Championship Sunday at the Toyota Bassmaster Elite on Lake Lanier. $46 pounds and 4 ounces. And wow, what a day today. Going to weigh that for Phoenix Boats Big Bass, 4 pounds and 15 ounces, the biggest one of the day. Not going to take over for the tournament, but if that gets you to Sunday, you'll be happy.
I know, that was it's like 10 o'clock, and then I caught that fish. So I hadn't had a bite all day, and that really woke me up and got the fire up under me today, and kept grinding it out. And it was a pretty tough day for me. Seemed like the fish were just hitting a little short. But, man, this is an awesome fishery here. And I hope we can come back here several times throughout the years because, man, I love coming here every time.
You guys want us to come back here? I know I'd love to come back here.
I'd like to thank all my sponsors, man. They've been great. And I'd like to say the Garmin Live Scope, if you hadn't tried it, you need to try that because you can see brush piles, fish, everything out in front of you where you're casting, don't spook them, and it really helps.
Worked out pretty good for you. Hope you stick around till tomorrow. We'll find out. All the way from Minnesota, the amazing fighter man, Seth Fighter. 27 pounds and 6 ounces start the day. He's got 5 fish, looking for 16-12 to get in the cut. 14-4, not going to get in the cut, but he moves into 16th place with 41 pounds and 10 ounces. Get loud for former Elite Series champion, Seth Fighter. Please grab a fish, anyone. Anyone will do. Mighty selective on your fish holding there. Does that mean the other ones were real small?
Nah, they're all the same size. I couldn't tell.
Well, unfortunately, not going to go on to Sunday in this event, but got to be happy with the way it all worked out. Your mustache looks spectacular in this light. I mean, everything in life is working out good for you.
Yeah. No, I had a good week. A beautiful lake. I'd like to come back anytime. It's full of nice fat spots. You can catch them about any way you want to, and well, I get to drive back to the tundra and see my wife and daughter.
You sound very excited.
I am.
It was Valentine's Day like 2 days ago.
Yeah, she's a little mad at me. I didn't get her anything, but whatever. I'll be home.
He's going to get something on the way home, I promise you, after saying that. All the way from Kissimmee, Florida, get loud for Jesse Tegarante. Jesse Tegarante, our early leader on day number 1, has been in this event since day number 1. 28-3 to start the day. 5 fish, needs 15-15 to get inside the cut currently. 15 pounds even. He moves into 12th place with 43 pounds and 3 ounces. Don't feel that bad. He fishes for a living, folks, okay? It's not that bad. Digging deep in that Berkeley weighing bag. Let's hear it for Jesse Tegarante. Sitting in 12th place right now, Jesse, so unfortunately going to fall outside our top 10, but worked out pretty good, and one thing is pretty evident that you know what you're doing when it comes to these fish.
Yeah, I kind of faltered yesterday. I threw my back out, as you guys know. And then this morning, guys, I don't want to be a party pooper, but one of my very good friends, I was told, died last night, 3 in the morning. So that's how my day started at 5 o'clock. David Shoemaker, the founder of Core Strike Baits, passed away peacefully this morning, but kind of, you know, I wasn't even going to fish. And I thought I better fish because he's a fish head and he'd be on me if I didn't. So God bless him. I hope he's in heaven and doing his thing. But guys, Lanier's an awesome place. You know, I should have went to my lake fish a little earlier yesterday. I kind of stuck it in the river, and, you know, I faltered. That was it. I was on these fish pretty much all day today, and it was a lot of fun. And you can catch them any way you want. And you heard Todd talk about the live scope. I'm not gonna, you know, it's the 3rd day in a row. It's pretty bad. But guys, check out Enigma Fishing too. We got some awesome rods and reels. I caught everything I caught today on a Ned rig, 40 to 60 feet of water. Yesterday I caught them cranking and jerking, and the day before I caught about 40 fish on a 110+1, and just a lot of fun. The lake is awesome. I'm almost glad I didn't make the cut because tomorrow's supposed to be really nasty, and yeah, and I can kind of sulk around and think about my buddy. So, guys, have a great day. God bless you.
Well, our thoughts and prayers are with your friend and his family. All the way from Mount Carmel, Tennessee, your day 2 leader. Get loud, ladies and gentlemen, for David Mullins. Started the day with 37 pounds and 2 ounces. He's looking for 13-7 to take the lead. A former Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open champion looking for his first Elite Series victory. Needs 13 pounds, 7 ounces to take the lead. He held this morning back 14-2. And David Mullins is your brand new leader with 51 pounds and 4 ounces. Every day is doomsday for David Mullins. 51 pounds and 4 ounces. And this morning when I went to interview you on your boat at takeoff, your first boat out, you know, you're leading the Bassmaster Elite Series event, and you couldn't have been sleepier. Is that part of how it takes to be successful here? Just be super chill?
Yeah, you better be on this place because, and I really wasn't sleepy, man. I really calm this morning. I thought I was going to catch them. And, you know, it was raining when we take off, and as soon as I get to my first spot, it's like the clouds disappear and the sun comes out, which apparently makes it a lot harder on me. So it was a tough day. It was a grind. I didn't think I had anywhere near 14 pounds. I thought I had like 12 pounds. So I don't know. I've looked at it tomorrow. It says rain tomorrow. I've been catching them when it's raining, so hopefully they'll bite tomorrow. I don't know.
We're going to find out tomorrow. You're 5 fish away from an Elite Series title. I know you've won a Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open, but you've won one of these blue trophies for a long time. Tell me what it would mean to you at this state of your career.
A lot, man. You know, kind of get choked up even thinking about it because, you know, it's hard work to get here, and just to have, you just want to have the opportunity to do well, and I put myself there, and like I said, hopefully tomorrow they'll bite.
I'd love to see you hold that title. Let's hear it for him. A former Elite Series Rookie of the Year from Knoxville, Tennessee. Get loud for Brandon Card. 29 pounds, 11 ounces as of this morning, looking for 14-13 to get in the cut, 16-6. He moves into 7th place with 46 pounds and an ounce and caught an absolute spot-opotamus. 46 pounds and an ounce anchored by the spot-opotamus. Let's get a weight on that fish. 5 pounds and 5 ounces. And I saw you catch that on live, and wow, I mean, that's a different kind of fish than we've seen this week.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a game changer. That fish was so fat that it wasn't even fighting like a 5-pounder. It was just like wallering around. It had one little hook like right here, and I was just like praying that it did not come undone, and it just kept shaking its mouth, shaking its mouth. I freaked out when I got it in, man. That's an awesome fish.
It's an incredible fish and an incredible performance this week. If you get to go tomorrow, you got something left?
Yeah, you know, I've been praying for wind all day and all week because in practice when the wind blew, the bite was really good. So we got the wind today and, you know, caught that big one. Tomorrow, if it blows a little bit and rains, that was my best day in practice. So I think it's going to rain. I just hope the wind blows and we catch some more 5-pounders.
I hope it works out for you. We'll find out at the end of the weigh-in. From Reed Springs, Missouri, a former TTBC champion, the Snowman, Brian Snowden. Brian Snowden started the day with 28 pounds and 7 ounces. Looking for 16-13 to get inside the cup, but let's get him some more places. 14-4, he moves into 16th place with 42 pounds and 11 ounces. Every spot you move up is another Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year point, with the ultimate goal being the Geico Bassmaster Classic. And the top 40 from the Elite Series will head there, and 42 pounds, 11 ounces, a great week. I mean, you can't complain, but unfortunately, it's going to call an end to your event today.
Yeah, you know, it was definitely a lot better than the last event. I needed this to get back on track for the AOY standings and everything. But it was fun. I got to do what I love to do. If you guys got to watch any of it, we were throwing crankbaits all day, and not many tournaments where you get to have 2 or 3 rods out, and that's all you do all day. So it was fun. The hospitality's been wonderful, and Lake Lanier is a beautiful place if we could just get rid of some traffic.
Always great to have you here, and I don't know what you're talking about. His room just down the road, also from Reed Springs, Missouri. Get loud for Chad Morgan-Taylor. Chad Morgan-Taylor, a former Geico Bassmaster Classic qualifier, had 28 pounds even at the start of today. 5 fish to add to that, 13 pounds, 15 ounces, gives him 41-15, and a little tougher on you today, but yesterday was a big day for you in this event, and definitely going to walk away from here with some incredible points and a great payday.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I love fishing. I love fishing this type of lake. I mean, Lake Lanier is just a beautiful lake, and it sets up really well for the way that I like to fish. Me and Brian both being from Table Rock Lake. It's been a pleasure to be here. It is nice to get the year started off like this. I finished 13th last week in Florida, so you know, to get a good jump on the points and a couple of really good paydays. Man, you just can't ask for that. It's much better than staring down the barrel. If I could just get away, I've had 2 bad first days in both of these tournaments. If I can just get away from there, it seems like I come from behind. I'm a slow learner, folks. I don't know how else to put it, but at least I still get to make it to Saturday, and that's fun. And man, thanks everybody for coming out and supporting us. We love being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's always great to have you here. All the way from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, looking to make back-to-back 10 cuts. Get loud for Chris Johnston. Chris Johnston looking to make back-to-back 10 cuts. Had 31.10 as of this morning, looking for 13 pounds, 10 ounces to get inside the cut. 5 very lively fish, looking for 13 pounds, 10 ounces to get inside our top 10. I make back-to-back 10 cuts. 14-1, he moves into 8th place with 45 pounds, 11 ounces. The Johnston juggernaut continues on the Bassmaster Elite Series. £45, 11 ounces, and we got a little over 10 anglers left to weigh in here, and you got 2 spots of cushion. I know you'd love to get out there tomorrow. How special would it be to you to start your Elite Series career and make back-to-back 10 cuts?
It would be awesome. You couldn't ask for a better start, and I messed up a bit today. I think I made a bit of a bad judgment call. I had 4 fish in the morning, and I left. I got a little greedy. I thought I'm going to go for a giant bag, and after 4 hours of not a bite, I missed 2. I thought, you know what, I'm going to go back and see what I can get, and I ended up getting my 2 biggest fish in the last hour, and I called up to 14 pounds, and if I had another hour, I think I could have got another couple. So I hope I get to go fishing tomorrow, and I know there's some good ones now where I ended up, and we'll see what happens, but I'm going to be the bubble boy.
Find out at the end of this weigh-in. Don't go anywhere. We're going to bring our top 10 out at the end of the weigh-in. From Brookville, Indiana, get loud for Dollar Bill Lowen. Bill Lowen had 27 pounds and 9 ounces. 5 fish to add to that, looking for 17-14 to get inside the cut. 14-8 moves them up to 20th place with 42 pounds and an ounce, and another great payday for Dollar Bill Lowen. $42 pounds and an ounce, sitting in 20th place. Going to roll out of here with another great payday and some more great Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year points, and get to hang out in front of another monster crowd. Got to be happy about that.
You know, to come out here on stage and see this big crowd, that's what it's all about. Y'all need to give yourself a big round of applause for coming out here today, because everybody backstage and everybody that has come up here before me really appreciate y'all coming out and supporting us. And, you know, yeah, I had a great tournament here. I'm hoping my big bass holds up. You know, I took that Express and that Yamaha, and I ran as fast as I could away from that deep water and got up there in that shallow, dirty water and just, you know, went up there and fished my style, and it worked out. Anytime you can fish on Saturday, you cannot complain, but we're going to load it up from here, and we're going to head to Gros Savon. You've been there before. We're going to do some work with Strike King and Lose, and we're going down there and catch us some biggins.
I know you will down there. That'll be a lot of fun. Let's keep them rolling from Virginia. Get loud. Ed Lochran III. Ed Lochran had 27 pounds, 15 ounces started today. He's got a 5-fish limit. That is absolutely whooping my partner right now. 5 fish for 11 pounds, 7 ounces. Moves into 24th place with 39.6 and having a good time in the Elite Series.
Very good time. A lot of fun fishing here. Tremendous number of spotted bass. I didn't do quite as well today as I wanted to, but given the practice I had, I'm happy to be fishing on Saturday. My sponsors, Missile Baits, they're having a tournament here next weekend. No entry fee, $1,000 first place. And you can go on missilebaits.com to find out more about it. But for anybody who's around here, that'd be a great time next weekend.
That's very cool, and I'm sure a ton of them will be checking it out. From Texas, get loud, his second season on the Bassmaster Elite Series, Randy Sullivan. I'd love to see Randy with us on Sunday. Had 28 pounds and 8 ounces started today, looking for 16, 15 pounds, 5 ounces. Close, 43 pounds, 13 ounces. He moves into 14th place, but made it to our top 35 here on semifinal Saturday. Toyota Bassmaster Elite at Lake Lanier. No extra points for catching them twice. 43 pounds and 13 ounces puts you in 14th place. And, great tournament here this week. Anytime you can make that Saturday cut, you got to be happy.
Yeah, that was a heck of a rebound for me, coming back from Palatka. That was one of those rough ones that kind of tests you mentally, but to come back and be able to be consistent. I've had a great week. I've had a great time. Fishing out here is incredible. I mean, just to be able to go out and see how many there are out there, and when you're culling out there, it's like, oh, well, I culled a little bit, a little bit. There's just so many fish out there, and it's been phenomenal. I've enjoyed it.
Always great to have you here. We look forward to seeing you at Hartwell. Making his very first Elite Series cut from Kentucky. Get loud for Mike Huff. Mean Mike Huff. Most intimidating angler in the Bassmaster Elite Series. I cannot even look at him directly in the eyes. 27 pounds and 12 ounces to start today. 5 fish to add to that. 9 pounds, 5 ounces gives you 37 pounds an ounce. Moving to 26. You made your first Bassmaster Elite Series cut. How does that feel?
That feels great. Hey, before I go any further, instead of Mean Mike, can we change that to Magic Mike?
Magic Mike? DJ, do you have music? Would you like to audition right now? I mean, we had 50 flossers here before weighing.
I'm just kidding. But I caught a lot of fish today. I caught them shallow, and the big ones were just not there today. But I had a great time, excited about making my first cut, and looking forward to next tournament.
All right. I'll see you then. Let's hear it for Magic Mike. From South Carolina, get loud for the COBB, Brandon Cobb. 27 pounds, 8 ounces to start today. He's got 5 fish, and it looks like 5 good ones. Looking for 17, 15 to get in the cut. 16, 13. A little over a pound short of that. A pound, 2 ounces short of the cut, but let's celebrate another one of our Elite Series pros making it to semifinals Saturday here on beautiful Lake Lanier. Well, I know that's not the result you were hoping for, but backstage there is someone that's really happy right now that you didn't knock them out of the top 10, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody is. I spent all week pretty much digging myself out of the hole I put myself in the first day, so can't catch 11 pounds at Lanier and stay in it. So I was just happy to have 2 good days the last 2. It's been a fun week. I've caught good many fish each day. I've been dropping a Ned rig with a Zoom fluke stick on it in 30, 40 foot of water and picking them off my Lowrance. So it's been a fun week. It's just hard to maintain it when you have 11 pounds first day, but I'm happy with it.
One of the things we hear about the most in this tournament is timing. And can you, is there a rhythm to that timing? Like, do you have timing windows that you've figured out by this point? I'm only asking you just because you're going to tell me the truth. You're out of the tournament. If I ask anyone in the top 10, they'll lie to us all. So I'm going to ask you, can you time that?
In the morning, there's always a feeding time where you can kind of factor in, but then later in the day, I've actually fished some spots like 2 or 3 times during the day, and the fish just push up onto it when some bait comes up. So there's no real timing. Like yesterday, I caught most of my fish, fished a point, didn't catch any, and then I drove back by and loons were up on it. So I'm like, well, I'll go try it again, and they were all over it. So it's just a bait type thing when the bait pushes up there, but there's no real way to do it. Early in the morning's about it.
It's awesome to have you on the Elite Series. Looking forward to the whole season. Here's a 3-time Elite Series champion coming next from Auburn, Alabama. Get loud for Steve Kennedy. Steve Kennedy made it in at the very end of the weigh-in yesterday, but it doesn't matter when you come in. It's what you do when you get there. 27 pounds even to start the day. Looking for 18 pounds, 7 ounces, 12.4. He moves into 27th place with 39 pounds and 4 ounces. Let's hear it for the 3-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion. Steve, I kind of had a little fun with you yesterday because Drew Benton, it was the very end of the weigh-in. If you're watching, Drew Benton was dealing with a kidney stone, and I've never had one, but they're not supposed to be fun from what I've heard. And he competed, and I kind of had fun and said, you took the guy out that's injured anyways. But he actually called you and thanked you for giving him the day off. Is that true?
I didn't hear it.
I thought. Tripp. I thought Tripp said he called you. He said, so he did not call.
That didn't happen, no. But, anyway, I'm a big fan, but yeah, he needed a day off. It's okay.
Feel good about it?
I don't feel bad about it at all. I'm not going to say I wish.
If I said I could magically make it into Sunday, would you have a kidney stone for us?
No.
I don't blame you. Just thought it out.
I'll pass on that. No,
all right.
But,
tell me about this week and how you caught them. So many anglers, this lake got them bad.
It did. I mean, this is a huge change up from what we did last week. And for the record, all those fish were not up there in practice. So they just showed up. But, yeah, coming up here fishing for these big spots. I actually grew up in Georgia. I fished up here a few times fishing BFLs and actually lived right here in Lawrenceville for a while. So I've been up here a few times. But everything's changed since what I've seen. The bluebacks have moved in. The spots have really taken over, and so I spent the whole time, my whole practice down there looking for those big spots, and I found one pocket that held up for the week. I caught a limit there every morning, and actually caught a 3.5-pound largemouth out of them today. But yeah, after about 9 o'clock, it gets tough. I mean, it gets really tough for what I'm doing. So I hear other guys say they can't catch one until 10, 11 o'clock. So I wish I could. I got to figure out what they're doing. But anyway, it's a fun place. Incredible spots in here for sure.
You're going to get the opportunity to figure it out. Watch Bassmaster Live tomorrow. From Newcomers Town, Ohio, his second season on the Elite Series, Hunter Shryock. Hunter Shryock with 27 pounds and 12 ounces to start the day. 13.8 puts him in 26th place with 41 pounds and 4 ounces. Get loud for Hunter Shryock. 41 pounds and 4 ounces, 26th place. Not going to fish tomorrow, but did your job here this week.
I did. This was, tough practice, but I know you guys have been hearing it, and this place is phenomenal. It's got them, and, it's about to go off. Like, it's so close to just blowing wide open, and today I struggled. I ran my Phoenix Mercury all the way down to the dam, same as what I did yesterday. And 12 o'clock I had 0 fish, 0. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to get to go weigh in. I'm gonna have to tell my future wife in a month, or we're gonna get married in a month. I'm gonna tell her like how I didn't catch a bass. We're gonna have a nice steak dinner. Then all of a sudden I pull into a pocket, get out my Berkeley Dredger crankbait, I snag a crawfish. Has anybody snagged a crawfish here? Oh, you have? Okay, I guess that's common here. Okay, well, I've never snagged a crawfish. Have you?
I have, yeah.
I've never done it.
I'm sorry, I just had to tell you the truth.
Quick story, I went on to catch like 5 in a row, just like that, in that pocket. And it was, I ended up catching like 10 more after that. So it was just like, all right, it's that easy. I'm just throw a crankbait in the pocket, and I'm just going to keep talking and be awkward, and Dave's going to sit here and keep making fun of me. But
I'm just holding the mic. If I hold it there, you keep talking. What?
But anyhow, thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate it. Stick around for tomorrow. It's going to be a slugfest.
Always awesome to have you here. Let's keep them rolling through. From Virginia, 6-time Classic qualifier, came very close to winning it just a few years ago. Get loud for Rick Morris. 27 pounds and 10 ounces at the start of today. He's got 5 fish here on semifinal Saturday. 12-12 gives him 40 pounds and 6 ounces. A free face full of water, and he moves in to 27th place with 40 pounds and 6 ounces. Let's hear it for Rick Morris. $40 pounds, 6 ounces, and just being here on Saturday, I don't remember covering a tournament that the fish are so fickle. I mean, you can show up to a spot and be like, this is the greatest lake in the world. Then go the next day and say, I hate this place.
Yeah, well, I do love this place, and these spotted bass are, they're so fun to catch. It's my favorite species to catch. They're so mean and aggressive, but yeah, they are very fixed. Some days they just choke it, and other days we call it, they mealy mouth it, like this. Like yesterday, I had like 4 or 5 of them on, and be like, okay, I got a big one, just come off, and I had that happen to me 4 or 5 times, and the first day I had 17.6, and I didn't lose a one. I had every single one choked it, and so. But it's just a wonderful place. It's a great place to fish, and look at the size of the crowd. How many military men and women we have out here? Let's give the military a big hand. All right, and our first responders. All right, so, I'm here fishing for our troops. We put on events all over the country, getting the men and the women out there fishing, and we also raising money for the USO from corporate sponsors. So I'm all about the military. By the way, my Mercury and Falcon ran great. I always love coming to here. I've been coming here for 20 years. I fished a long time on the Bassmaster Trail. Lake Lanier is awesome. The spotted bass are awesome. Thank you. See you next time.
Always great to have you here. Been watching them Bassmaster live all week, all the way from San Jose, California. Time to get Zaldangerous for Chris Zaldane. 33 pounds and 5 ounces in a monster bag. 5 fish looking for 18 pounds even to take the lead into Championship Sunday. 18 pounds, 4 ounces. 18-4, and the Zaldangerous one is once again leading here at the Toyota Bassmaster Elite at Lake Lanier. $51 pounds and 9 ounces. You are a brand new leader. And wow, it is day after day. I mean, it's been awesome to watch you on the water, just educationally, but putting on a show. And now you can totally put the show on tomorrow because you're 5 fish away from an Elite Series title. Bassmaster win number 3. Be a pretty good way to start the season.
Man, I love Lake Lanier. I love the state of Georgia. Man, your fans are awesome. All the guys tuning in. Yeah. All the guys that tuned in to Bassmaster.com today, thank you. This place really suits my style of fishing. I grew up in Northern California. This place reminds me of a lot of the fisheries there in Northern California. Giant spotted bass, real deep water, catching them. Probably the deepest I'll catch them all year long. I like to be real tactical and technical about it. And I explain all that on Bassmaster Live. And so don't miss it tomorrow, guys. I'm going to leave it all out there. I've been rotating through maybe a dozen spots, and I've been leaving them, and hoping to make Championship Sundays. Looks like we did that. So the goal is 20 pounds tomorrow, and I think we could seal this thing up.
I would love to see it. You think he's going to get it done tomorrow? We'll find out. Let's hear for your leader, Chris Zaldane. Our next angler all the way from Payson, Arizona, a 3-time U.S. Open champion. Get loud for the Golden Ram, Clifford Perch. 27 pounds and 13 ounces to start the day. Today, he's got 5 fish. Let's move him up that leaderboard. Every spot you move up is another point. In the Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year race, 12 pounds and 11 ounces, gives him 40 pounds and 8 ounces. He moves into 28th place, but another great finish for Clifford Perch here on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Get loud for Clifford Perch. $40 pounds, 8 ounces, and sitting in 28th place right now. And not going to make the Sunday this week, but this 2-week swing has been pretty good for you.
Yeah, it's been fun. I struggled a little bit today, but I had a really fun deal right at the end of the day. I had like 5 minutes left, and I got bid on 5 of my last 8 casts. And man, it doesn't get any more exciting than that. I guess Chris Chris's deal was a little more exciting than that. But for me, that was just a fun deal. I got to cool a couple times, lost a couple, and caught a couple little ones. But just a great way to finish the day. And, you know, I had a lot of fun here this week. Got a little revenge on Lanier. It's been a little hard on me in the past. And so I'm thrilled to get a check and get to fish 3 days and move on with some good points. So I'm excited about it. Thanks everybody for coming. It's a great crowd, and you know, I'm looking forward to coming back.
I'm sure we'll be back. We look forward to seeing you all year long. Keep the West Coast love going from California. Our Bass Nation national champion, Randy Pearson. 26 pounds and 7 ounces to start the day. 5 fish for 8.3. Gonna end it for you this week with 34 pounds and 10 ounces. And what's next for you? The Bassmaster Classic?
Yeah, that's coming up. And next, I think, is going home. I haven't been home. I think it's been 3 or 4 weeks. But today, being in 35th, coming in, and I was able to just let it fly. And I threw a swim bait a lot. And I did have the one bite the one time and had a couple of 6-pounders fighting over it. And they didn't get it, but not very often do you come in with 3 fish and you're still real happy. So I'm excited about that. And before I get off the stage, I got to say hi to my wife and kids and all my family and friends. And I appreciate all the texts and good luck and good job and everything from my family and friends. And then Chicken Ranch Casino has helped me out tremendously. James and Tish, I mean, it's amazing with the travel and everything, and all my other sponsors, Village Supply and Dobbins Rods and a few others. So I appreciate it.
Great to have you on the Elite Series. We look forward to seeing you at the Classic. Originally from Japan, now makes his home in Texas, Yusuke Miyazaki. Yusuke started the day with 28 pounds and an ounce. 4 fish here on semifinal Saturday at the Toyota Bassmaster Elite at Lake Lanier. 4 fish for 8 pounds, 4 ounces, gives you 36 pounds and 5 ounces. You move into 33rd place, but being here on Saturday is always the goal.
Yeah, it was one of the days, you know, but I'm glad, you know, one of the days, Saturday, you know, it was happening. But I try my best to the big fish area to, you know, crank all day long almost, you know. Only I use, you know, 3 days, my signature crankbait, you know, only selling in Japan, so not selling here. So I got a little bit advantage, but it didn't happening today, so.
So if they want to buy it, they have to go to Japan?
Yeah, or internet maybe.
Okay. Is that just because you don't want anyone here having them?
No, because I need a little bit advantage to fish into these, you know, big guys, elite guys, so.
Well, it worked out pretty good for you. Another good finish. Let's hear it for Yusuke Miyazaki. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our day number 3 weigh-in. We're going to bring out our top 10. Are you guys ready? We started with 75, cut it down to 35, and only 10 remain. One more time, Georgia, are you ready? Oh, we're going to start with a big one. He is the current reigning Forest Wood Cup champion from Alabama, Clint Davis. He is the only Canadian ever to win a tour-level event. He made his first cut on the FLW, his first 2 cuts on the Bassmaster Elite Series, all the way from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Chris Johnston. He's a former Elite Series Rookie of the Year, a Carhart College Bass competitor from Caryville, Tennessee, Brandon Card. Back on the Bassmaster Elite Series with his eyes on the prize, the ultimate prize being the Geico Bassmaster Classic from Lake Watley, South Carolina, Todd Hockney. He is an FLW Tour champion with his goal to make the Classic this year. From Arkansas, get loud for Stetson Blalock. His second season on the Bassmaster Elite Series, and he called this appearance on the stage on day 1. He knew he was on the fish to get it done and proved it here this week. Bill Weidler. He He's a 3-time TTBC champion, a 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion from Huntington, Texas, Keith Combs. He's a former Bass Nation national champion. He holds the all-time record for the 5 biggest fish in Bassmaster Classic competition, all the way from Connecticut, Paul Muller. He left the dock this morning with your day 2 lead. He's gonna shoot it out and try to get that lead back on the most important day of the week, Championship Sunday. A former Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Open champion from Mount Carmel, Tennessee. Every day is doomsday for David Mullins. He's last but definitely not least. He has been on Bassmaster Live day after day, putting on an absolute clinic, and he's got the lead 5 bass away from his 3rd Bassmaster win. Time to get Zaldangerous for Chris Zaldane! We started with 75, cut it down to 35, and now just 10 remain. One more time, Georgia, let me hear ya. These 10 anglers will battle it out on legendary Lake Lanier starting tomorrow morning. Make sure to watch the action all day long on Bassmaster.com. And come down and cheer them on as they leave the dock tomorrow morning. One more time as they leave the stage. Let's hear it for our top 10. We started with 75, cut it down to 30. 10 will go out tomorrow, and one of them will hold that elusive blue trophy over their head for the 2nd time this season. Who will it be? Only the fish will know. We'll find out tomorrow. Make sure to follow the action all day long. On behalf of myself, Dave Mercer, our tournament director, Trip Weldon, our entire Bassmaster staff, Georgia, we love you, and we will see you tomorrow.